Welcome to another episode of UCRG Reviews. Today we've got a P-Bandai MSV mobile suit to review. This one's the RX-78-2 Gundam Rollout Color and Plamo Kyo-Shiro Special Parts Set version anime. If you're wondering what Plamo Kyo-Shiro is, it's basically a manga from the 80s that kind of falls under the same premise of Gundam Build Fighters, but obviously predates it. If you want to know more about it, check out my review of the Perfect Gundam, linked down below. Speaking of which, we will see the Perfect Gundam later in this review. There's the cool side profile there. So this is the Gundam Rollout Colors. So this is basically the Gundam's color scheme when it was in its final testing phase, before they sent it to Side 7 and painted it in red, white, and blue, only to have it stolen by Amuro Ray and used for the remainder of the One-Year War. This also comes with, obviously, some parts for the Plamo Kyo-Shiro set, and this makes the 5th Plamo Kyo-Shiro figure in the Robot Spirits line. I did not think we would see any more of those. For the Gundam Rollout Colors, I believe the only release we've seen is the 2003 release of the Gundam second version Rollout Colors. I don't think they made this in the first Gundam mold from MSIA, but it's been about 20 years since we've seen this one, so long overdue. So I was excited to get this, so let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so this is the Gundam Rollout Colors. It's a very interesting color scheme. I really liked it. It kind of has this white, red, and silver look to it. Unfortunately, my Plamo Kyo-Shiro curse strikes again. The V-fin is slightly bent, just a little bit. It's like kind of off center there. It's not quite, I don't know if it picks up on camera so much, but I can see it in person. There's always something wrong with every Plamo Kyo-Shiro figure I get for some reason. This is not that bad. I can handle this. We'll see later in the review if something more catastrophic happens with it, but overall this is a repaint of just the regular Gundam mold. It's got lots of markings on it. You can see on the shoulders it's got some pretty neat looking markings there. The head has that dark red on it, and with the Vulcan sculpted in, it goes down about that far, up quite a bit, and it'll fully rotate. This does not come with a replacement antenna, so you do want to be careful with this one, because this is all you get. You have the beam sabers back here, which are of course removable. We'll check out later. They do hinge. You do have a bit of chest flex here. You have RX-78 stamped on the chest there. The torso will come down about that far. It'll come up a little bit. You get a full, I think you get a full 360, yeah. Almost. You got to break some things to get that 360 in there, but it'll do it. You have a bit of side to side. Arms will come out quite a bit, all the way up there. Obviously they'll rotate all the way around. You have a rotating joint here that'll rotate 360 degrees. Elbow articulation. This part of the arm rotates as well. You have shield storage on both arms, or shield hardpoint rather. Double ball jointed hands. They move around a little bit, not a whole lot. You have some nice markings there, which look pretty good. Back of the shoulders. This is the backpack. You have shield storage, effect part compatible thrusters. You have bazooka storage there. Some more red accents. Skirt armor is fixed. You have your stand piece. Side skirt armor is ball jointed. Front is ball jointed as well. You have the forward rotating hips. Full thigh swivel. Legs will come out about that far, pretty far there. Really nice. You have great leg articulation, knee articulation there. Looks nice. You have some markings on the knees, more red accents. You have some caution markings on the foot armor here, which is ball jointed on one side. The feet will come down about that far. They'll come up with toe articulation about to there. And then you have some pretty good side to side there. You have a thruster effect part compatibility on the feet down there. And overall, it looks like a pretty well painted figure here, which is what I would expect out of a P-Bandai MSV. So again, same sculpt that we've seen 100 times before. It just has this cool metallic silver coloring with the white and red. So let's take a look at what it comes with, because it actually comes with quite a bit. Alright, so we'll get through the boring stuff. We have the hand rack, rifle hands, beam saber hands, and 2 different sets of posing hands. Pretty basic stuff. We have the hyper bazooka, same one that we've seen many times before. This moves, this moves. It is effect part compatible. Pretty cool, but also pretty plain. We do have the storage piece for it that connects to the storage in the rear of the waist. We have the Gundam beam rifle, which again we've seen many times before. Has the swiveling and removable front handle. So this actually this doesn't swivel a whole lot. There we go. Yeah, it gets caught up, it looks like. Another Plamo Kyo-Shiro curse. So it'll only swivel a teeny bit before it falls apart. The camera swivels all the way around, and this one is effect part compatible as well. So this was actually a downgrade. Then we have the 2 beam saber blades. These just fit in the beam sabers on the back like we've seen 100 times before. And we have the extended handled beam saber for 2-handed poses. And we'll grab a beam saber off of here. Of course, you get 2 of these handles as you saw earlier, and they attach like so. Then we have the shield. This is the standard Gundam shield repainted. So you have white, the dark red, and the yellow cross. You have the handle here. You have the arm storage piece here. If I can actually get it out. Oh, it jumped out there. So this just connects up here. The rifle connection piece is not there, so there's no way to connect the beam rifle to the shield. However, you can carry this over from one of the other releases if you have it. It is effect part compatible on the front here for like explosion effects and stuff, so pretty cool. We get some leg pieces. These are for Perfect Gundam, so these replace the leg pieces that the figure originally comes with. You have 2 ball jointed thrusters that are effect part compatible on each leg, and we'll show these in a little bit. And then you get some different front foot pieces. Pretty cool. And to make a Semi-Armored Gundam, you have 2 leg pieces here just for the front of the legs, and you have a chest piece. So Semi-Armored Gundam is from Plamo Kyo-Shiro and uses the Rollout Colors Gundam as its base. Then you get 2 basic effect parts. You get the it's wedged in there, slashing beam saber effect, and you get a beam rifle firing effect. So we have a special appearance here from the Perfect Gundam, also known as the Grenade Gundam, because things just fall off of it, as you saw there. We do get the new front foot armor, which just clicks right into place. It is a new mold from the old foot armor. And we get the black leg armor. It is a repaint from the previous leg armor. It's exactly the same. It also attaches the same, so you just take the front piece off. This splits in half, and you just put it on each side of the leg, and it will connect. And then you just put the knee piece back on, and it is on there. So looks pretty interesting. Not really reason enough for me to pull out the Perfect Gundam here, because mine, as you can see, is just an absolute mess. But you get this. So the Plamo Kyo-Shiro part of this set, aside from the armor you just saw, is making Semi-Armored Gundam, which uses this mobile suit as its base, and then, as you saw earlier, has some leg and chest armor components. You're going to remove these two side pieces, place the leg armor on, and then reattach the side pieces. So super simple for the leg armor. For the chest armor, you can see it here. You're going to remove these two back pieces. They are individualized, so you cannot alternate them. You're going to place this over the chest, and it's going to be a little finicky. There we go. So it'll lock into the chest there, and then you'll just go ahead and reconnect these. Now, like I said, you can't. Okay, so this one goes on this side. They won't go on the opposite side, so you have to make sure that you are connecting them to the right side. And so they'll lock in like that, and then from here you can put the beam sabers back on, and that kind of further locks them in. This beam saber doesn't quite want to go. There we go. And so that is Semi-Armored Gundam from Plamo Kyo-Shiro. So here we have the Gundam Rollout Colors with the Gundam Real Marking version. I figured this one was most applicable. So this figure is interesting because it has this chest piece that's the same as the Perfect Gundam, as well as this front armor piece, and it has the feet from the Perfect Gundam, and everything else from this figure. So you can't even put all of the Perfect Gundam armor on here because like this is different and the side skirt armor pieces are different. So it's kind of a mixture of the two, but there's both the Gundams. They're pretty much identical aside from those aforementioned pieces. But it looks like the bazooka storage is also slightly different too. So just some slight differences, but pretty cool to have both versions of the RX-78-2. So for this figure I paid $73.41. That's a high price tag for what is essentially a repaint of the old version anime Gundam mold and some Plamo Kyo-Shiro parts. Some parts for the Perfect Gundam, which I don't care for, and some parts to make Semi-Armored Gundam, which, as you can see, doesn't look very great from the back. And I get it, it's from an 80s Gunpla manga, you know, I understand that. And it's cool for people that are fans of it to have that. And it might be worth the price tag, I guess, if you like all the components this comes with, but I just didn't care for the Plamo Kyo-Shiro parts. I wanted the Rollout Colors Gundam, and $70-something for that is just way too high of a price tag. So I bought it because I'm a collector and I want to have all of them, but outside of that mentality, I don't see a reason to buy this set. This is one of the rare times I would say just completely skip this one. I also had some quality control issues with the beam rifle and the command antenna, and so that just made it even less desirable for me. So let me know in the comments if you actually picked this thing up like I did, what you thought of it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Stay tuned for the review of the Gerbera Tetra Kai. That'll be the next one coming out, and I'll see you next time.